سيتأهل للنهائي؟ ربما السؤال الإجابة ستكون في الأيام المقبلة، لكن ننتظر هنا التأهل أحد المنتخبين أوباميانغ، والهدف الأول للمنتخب الكاموني عن طريق اللاعب مورونج من القيادة الكابونية من المنصة الشرفية لملعب الصداقة. سنتابع اللقطة، سنتابع المجهود الكبير لأوباميانغ الهداف يهندس العملية. ينطلق أداما، يرفع كرة وممكن التعديل في هذه اللحظات. نعم، يأتي هدف التعادل، يأتي هدف التعادل لمصلحة المنتخب المالي. مجهود كبير قام به طامبورا في الجهة اليسرى، حضر كرة العرضية والتياباتي استغل هفوة الدفاعية ليفاجئ الحارس إيفان ديديه. 1-1. لاحظوا هنا التحضير من مونتيبو، والهداف تياباتي اللاعب البديل يمنح التعديل لمصلحة المنتخب المالي وسط 4 لاعبين. التمويه كان حاضر واللمسة كانت حاضرة. تياباتي يعيد المباراة لنقطة الصفر. ثلاث لاعبين ساهموا في هذه الهجمة. طامبورا الدائرة الايسر، موتيبو مايكا حضرها بالراس، وتياباتي مول بشكل ممتاز وفاجئ الحارس ايفان ديديه.
Games with players. I know it's cynical, I know it's horrible, but you would be trying every single little last thing as a goalkeeper. Time wasting, play on every little bit of mental fragility there might be in any player. Look into their eyes. Does he look confident?
There's Diabate, player who scored the equaliser, and he tucks away his penalty.
Never convinced about players who take 2 strides. And he goes the right way as well.
Well, he wasn't far from getting a hand on that. It's a good job he got power in it, because that's what took it past the goalkeeper.
You should never miss, should you? But the pressure and the agility of goalkeepers.
Well, nothing they can do now, the coaches. And Banagoye, the hero, against Morocco. With that winner 7 minutes into stoppage time. The second penalty for Gabon. And he scores! What a good penalty that was. High and away from the goalkeeper. I was worried, you know, when it left his boots, but it found the back of the net from Mbanagoye, and it is 2-1 Gabon.
Well, they've shown none of the nerve so far.
Roof of the net.
Slotted up into the stanchion. Oh, great. No, I mean, it was a fantastic side foot. Very casual run-up. Takes the salute of the home fans and piles the pressure on this man.
Yatabare,
the set-piece expert, strolls forwards.
Well, we did question whether or not he would take a penalty.
This could end up in Rose Ed.
Can he get this one right? Yatabare, he does. Well, again, Avono gets right, but Yatabare has beaten him, and it's 2-2, and neither side has flinched so far.
Good penalty. I always think it's the right footer when you're whipping across the ball into that bottom left-hand corner. It gives you a better chance. So even if you slightly misjudge it, the ball's getting taken away from the goalkeeper. As we've seen there, he's guessed right twice and not actually being able to get a touch on the ball.
Penalty number 3 for Gabon. Of course, the pressure rises when everybody keeps scoring. Tucked away though. And Malungwi, who thought his goal had possibly won it for Gabon, scores his penalty, and it is 3-2 for Gabon.
Kite hasn't gone the right way for a single one of these yet. All 3 very good, very comfortable penalties. Did I mention that I was going for Mali? Because I might just change, because they've been excellent so far, Gabon.
Well, they certainly have.
Showing no sign of nerves whatsoever. Fantastic technique for all 3 penalties.
When they lost in '96, Gabon, they only took 3 because they missed the first 2 and lost the penalty shootout 4-1. Tunisia scored all of theirs, so it's already an improvement on that.
That's what I was basing my decision upon.
Pressure very much back on Mali. Avono has gone close previously, but not this time. It's 3-3, tucked away by Conte. And for the third time in succession, Avono has guessed right.
There he has. Centre half taking some responsibility. Goes it with his left foot into the corner. Good technique.
Well, Pierre Aubameyang is stepping up for this one. Now, these are the players I always worry about. The ones that you don't expect to miss, so often do.
And slightly flamboyant as well.
Yeah.
And likely to go for the one-step chip or something. Sometimes just the brute and brawn. And these are the ones, as I say, you should work on, I think, as a goalkeeper.
Nervy smile from Aubameyang. Hesitant run up and it's been saved. Well, didn't you just know it? Aubameyang, who scored in every game of the group stages, hit the post in the 90 minutes. And a rather nonchalant penalty has been saved. It is advantage Mali.
If you're putting in a step, you haven't made your mind up, and they always say don't change your mind. It takes a really cool customer to watch the goalkeeper dive and then be sharp enough to put the ball the other way. There's no power in it. I mentioned about having to open your body up. It's a poor penalty. Diakite, the first time he goes the right way.
Well, you have to feel for Aubameyang, but there has to be a villain and a hero. It's just the way that penalty shootouts are. This is Baké Traoré takes a step but thunders it into the top corner, and it is 4-3 for Mali, and they are almost through. Gabon have to score the next penalty, or Mali are in the semi-finals, and Gabon, for the second time in their history, will go out in the quarter-finals in a penalty shootout. Now this is Bruno Akwele-Manga. Has to score. Well, Gabon are out, the dream is over, and it will be a West African derby in the semi-final. Oh, goodness me! Panenka penalty in that situation. That is remarkable from Akwele-Manga. And Gernot Rohr must have been having kittens down there.
I just don't see the point in it. I really don't see the point. Even when it's executed, I do not see the point. Only asking for trouble. I know it's all about it just hitting the back of the net. Well, if there's a man who should be able to cope with the pressure, it's this man. He should have the technique to cope as well. Maybe no better man in this situation.
But then what were we saying when Aubameyang stepped up to take his? So often it is those that you don't expect who flinch. If Keita scores, Mali are through to the semi-finals for the 5th time. Can he do it? He can! Slotted in by Seydou Keita. The dream is over for Gabon, beaten in the quarter-finals on penalties again. And Mali keep up this extraordinary record in the Africa Cup of Nations and reach the semi-finals for the 5th time in only their 7th appearance in the competition. A faultless penalty shootout from Mali in which they have scored all 5. And it is Pierre Aubameyang who is crestfallen and in tears. The player who was the star of their group stage victories becomes the villain here as the only player to miss. And it is Mali who are through to the semi-finals. But Matt, really, they could have tossed a coin for it. It was that close.
It was nothing to separate them at all. And I just thought the nerves might come into it in the penalty shootout. And the technique and experience of some of those Mali players. Some great penalties. I thought the young players who stepped up for Gabon were excellent to set the tone with the first 3 penalties. And Keita's penalty is fantastic at the end. It's all about technique. He's been a star over the years. He's played in big games. He's won big trophies. And he's done his country proud here tonight.
Well, there will not be a host nation success because in the space of 48 hours, both Equatorial Guinea and Gabon have gone out. But it is Mali, once again, through to the semi-finals. It is an extraordinary record. And, well, that is not nice to see. Pierre Aubameyang, who's had a wonderful tournament to remember, but unfortunately